Hey, what's going on, DoorDash family? Um, so yeah, I'm bringing you a quick video. I'll try to make it quick, but kind of a lot to unpack today. But today is day 4 of my 50-hour challenge, just to try to see how much I can make in this market in 50 hours. See if I could top my previous best. So that's what we're going for. So I didn't get the dash yesterday. We got some bad weather, and then on top of it, I had my other job to do yesterday. So went out today. I just had to do a little bit. I did a little bit extra today, and then I'll do like 9 hours Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and then that'll give me the 50 that I need for the week. So went out this morning. I did start a little bit late. One, because of the weather, but my daughter had like a 2-hour delay, so I knew I wasn't going to be able to work until after 10 a.m. anyways, because I take her to school. And then she came out at like a little after 9 o'clock and said that they had canceled school altogether. So finished up my coffee, and then I went out shortly after that. So I clocked in at 9:45 was my official clock-in time. I got this off for 9:46, so pretty good. Like 1 minute after I hit dash now, I got this order. So this one was 18.25 for 4.5 miles. I'm like, yeah, let's go. A good way to start is by a good high-paying offer. Well, decent high-paying offer for the miles, anyways, for 4.5 miles. So it was a retail pickup at Safeway, 8 items. So I know off the bat that's 8 bags, because Safeway actually fixed their retail pickups now. So an item equals 1 bag. I even asked an associate there when I was there today, and he said that's pretty much how it goes. And that's exactly what happened. There was 8 items that said here. Then I got there and there was exactly 8 bags. So I picked up 8 bags from Safeway, and then I had a 2-item shop at Target. It was easy, real easy. So got that dropped off. But here comes the buts, right? So I get the 18.25, and then they give me an add-on for McDonald's for $9.58. So I took it. I'm like, yeah, let's go. Let's get it. So I took that, and this is while I was, doing the shop at Safeway. They sent me this, and then while I was still in Safeway, I get a plus $11.75 for Target, 1 item. So I'm like, yeah, let's go. All these add-ons, and nice add-ons too, because this one's only 4.9 extra miles. So let's get it. We'll do it. So the $27.83 was after the first stacked order and the McDonald's order. So when I completed both of those, I got the $27.83 for an hour and 27 minutes. And then I dropped off the second Target order. So that brought it out to $39.58 for an hour and a half. So really, really good, solid start to the day. I'm loving it. Okay. And then I get this Panda, $8 for 4 miles. So let's go. That's another decent offer. I mean, it's not a banger, but it's decent, right? I mean, it's still $2 per mile. So took that, $5 in tips, got that dropped off. There you go, $47.58. 2 hours, $47.58. So basically, I'm almost $25 an hour, right, for the first couple hours. So yeah, super excited how this day is starting off for Thursday. Okay, then I get this. I did not take this order, guys. I did not take this order. It was a Wendy's order for $7, going 6 miles. I'm like, nah, not taking it. That's borderline to me. So I did not take that. And then what happened was, here comes the declines, because now that DoorDash seen that I declined this, I think it might have like upset them, because they started sending me hot garbage after this. This order right here, when you first look at it, right, it looks good, $27, right? But it's a triple stack. Okay, so I have to go to Safeway to shop 2 separate orders, 11 items, then drop it off, then go to PetSmart for 4 items, and then go to Petco and then drop everything off. So it's 16 miles. And honestly, with the weather that was out there, the roads were really icy. I wasn't taking a chance of trying to drive too far. Okay. So I already told myself today I was not taking any high mileage offers. I'm going to kind of be as local as I can. So I did not take this. I mean, 27 would have been good, but a triple stack. And then they said it's going to be an hour and a half. But because of the conditions, it was actually going to add to that hour and a half. So it was going to be 2+ hours to get this done, most likely. Yeah, I wasn't feeling it. So I did not take this order. Then I denied that. So then they got mad and they sent me this one. Panda, no tip, $2, 2 miles. I said, no, thank you. I am not doing that. Just absolutely not. That's ridiculous. So I declined that one. Okay. And then finally they gave me another offer, and I took this one because it was $10.50 for 5 miles. Panda and Buffalo are literally right there next to each other. You can look at the map. I'm right there by both. I'm literally basically almost in the parking lot. And both of the customer drop-offs are next to each other. So I knew this was going to be an easy order. So I did take that. Okay. So now we're sitting at $58 for 3 hours. So almost $20 an hour. So I did drop down a little bit. I was at about 25. Now I'm at 20, around 20. But that's okay. That's still solid for a Thursday. $20 an hour. Let's go. Let's get it. Then they sent me this hot garbage. $3, no tips, 1.7 miles. I did not take this, guys. I did not take this. I know I have to say it a couple of times because, I have somebody in my comments saying that I'm taking upside down orders, and I don't take upside down orders. I don't know what they're talking about. I may take low paying orders at times, but I don't take upside down orders. So this one right here, I definitely did not take. This was a Taco Bell order. There was no tip on it. It was not worth me going the 1.7 miles, honestly, to drop it off. So I did not take that. Then later on, I got this order, $17. They did tip me $9, 6.5 miles. It's another solid offer. I mean, it's not a banger, but it's pretty good offer. 8 items at Safeway, which is 8 bags, and then also the same exact Safeway is 2 items. I'm actually sorry. The first part of the Safeway was actually a shopping order, 8 items, and then it was 2 bags from their pickup. So it was easy. I literally probably had that done in about 35 minutes, and then I had it dropped off to both customers. So definitely worth the $17 for that one. As far as the mileage goes, it's actually pretty good. They tried sending me this garbage, $4.50, $2 in tips, 2.2 miles. This was an add-on. I was already inside Safeway. I did not take this. I try not to take anything under $5, unless it's like maybe a mile or under a mile. But yeah, I did not take that. I didn't feel like wasting my time on that. And then they go ahead and send me this $6.50 for 2.9 miles. And it's not the mileage here. This was another add-on. I was actually still inside there. I was just finishing up my Safeway order. So they said $6.50 for 2.9 miles. But look at how many items I got to shop for. 13 items. I just finished my shop. I didn't want to have to shop for another 13 items for a measly $6 and then drop it off 3 miles down the street. And that's an additional 3 miles on top of what I would have had to go from the first offer. So, yeah, I wasn't going to mess with that either. I mean, you can kind of clearly look at that route. It's like all over the place. So I did not take that. So I dropped off that first order. There you go, $75.08 for 4 hours. So $5 away from $80, which would have put me at $20 an hour. So still pretty solid. Even 4 hours into the shift, I'm running close to $20 an hour for a Thursday. That's not bad at all. I'll take that all day. And then I got this one, $5.25, 2.1 miles. It was a one item at Target. It was trash bags. And it was going to a restaurant. And I was actually going to Sophia Angelitos. And I pick up from there quite a bit. It's kind of weird, though, because I was told that if, it's a business, that they can't tip. But clearly you can see there's a $2 tip there. So I don't know how this business got the tip. But, sometimes when you're delivering to other businesses, they say they can't tip because of their business. So I mean, I don't know, don't understand, but yeah, I mean, it was either way, it was an easy shop for trash bags, and then I just dropped it off right down the street, and then that puts me right there, $80.83 for 4 hours and 41 minutes. So not bad, but as you can see, it's starting to dip down because I was around $20 an hour. Now it's kind of getting away from that. Um, and then you'll see here 550 at McDonald's, 3.6 miles. Now it actually wasn't really 3.6 miles because if you see my pin location where I was, by the time I got to the restaurant, I was 2 miles out. So I mean, the customer was only about a mile and a half from the restaurant. So it really wasn't that bad, but um, then you'll see from here, there's the 86.33 for 5 hours now. So basically an hour goes by and I just only made the $10, so that obviously is going to bring my average down. But it is what it is. I'm still, who knows how this day can finish. So 86.33 for 5 hours. And then I got this pickup right here for Sirop. Sirop. I don't know if that's how you call it. I'm not sure how you say it. Sirop. It's a Filipino restaurant, but it's 11.75 for 3.5 miles. So really, really, it's pretty strong order there, and they're always pretty quick too. I don't know if that's why they have the exclamation at the end of their name because they are pretty fast. It's always ready when I go in there. 3 miles, so 98.08 for 5.5 hours now. So not bad. I'm just 5 hours in, and I'm just shade under $100. There's some days that it'll take me 8-9 hours to get this amount. So to do it in 5 hours is pretty good for a Thursday because I'm not even into the weekend yet. And then I get an upside down Chiba Hut. It's $12 for 14.9 miles. I'm not taking that. The roads are still kind of icy at this point. I didn't feel like going all the way down south. So yeah, 14.9 for the 12. No, it wasn't worth my time. So I did not take that order, guys. And then noodles, they sent me an order, $8.50 for 4 miles. I did take that one. Much better route, lower miles, decent payout. The only bad thing about Noodles and Company is they're never done on time. And when I got there, only 2 people working, and they were kind of backed up. So it was like 11-minute wait just to get the order. So not too happy about that. But, I mean, it is what it is. At the end of the day, it's getting towards quitting time. So I just took it. I just waited for it. So 106.58 for 6.5 hours now. So I don't know. Right there, I was pretty much ready to call it. 106.58. I said, I got my $100. I didn't know if I wanted to keep going or not, but then I got this offer. $37.50. Now, I've never gotten an order for over $30. So 7 miles. It was 18 items at Target, all food. Super easy. Was able to find everything. And then I had to go to Safeway to pick up nine bags of groceries and drop it off 2 different customers. So I figured it said it was going to take an hour and 10 minutes. $37.50 for 1 hour is not bad. I think it did take me a little bit over the hour and 10 minutes, but not by much. I think it was like an hour and 20 minutes I clocked it at. So I was able to get that completed. And then you can see they sent me a add-on for $9.75 for noodles. And I'm like, nah, I'm not going to do that because, I already went there once earlier and had to wait 11 minutes. So I was not going to wait another 11 minutes or longer. And then this was an additional almost 8 miles. So yeah, it's not worth it. As you can see, it's totally out of the way. Not even trying to go that far. So I did decline that one. Just finished dropping off the grocery order, and that's what I got. 146.33 for 8.5 hours. So really, really solid day. That's really a good payout for a Thursday. So pretty happy about that. As you can see, that's where it ended. Now, if you were to take the 146 divided by the 8.5, it only comes out to $17.17 per hour, which is decent for a Thursday. But I mean, I was at 25 an hour, and then I went to 20, and then to 17. So this is what I'm saying. Like when there's a lot of people out there, a lot of dashers saying that they can make $20, $25 an hour, they can't sustain that. I'm sorry. If you could prove me wrong, please do so. But there's no way you can sustain 20 to 25 for a whole day's worth of work. Now, to sustain that for a couple hours, yeah, because as I showed you, I was still at $20 an hour, almost 5 hours into my shift. But then came the garbage time orders, came the longer shopping orders that took time, with the weather conditions, icy roads, things like that. It dropped me down a little bit. So again, if you can work 8 to 10 hours and sustain the whole $20 an hour, kudos. So you're doing something right. But I mean, I've tried, and even halfway through my shift of getting 20 or more an hour, eventually by the end of the shift, it dips down. So unfortunately, it went from 20 to 17. Nothing I can do about it. But I mean, still pretty solid numbers. I'm not going to be too upset about it for it being, a Thursday. Hopefully tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday will be busier, and I can get that up to at least 20 for an average. Miles, I didn't drive a lot of miles today, as you can see, because the miles that I did, the longer trips that I did get, I turned down. The longest trip I had was 7 miles, which was my last shopping order. Everything else was under that. So I only drove 86 miles today. So if you were to take the 146, divide that by the 86, that comes out to almost $1.70 per mile. So not bad, $1.70 per mile. I mean, a lot of content creators say to get $1.70 to $2 per mile, and anything more than that is obviously fantastic. So I think I did pretty good as far as the mileage and the dollar to mile ratio. So there's the day, 146.33. I'm showing you this screenshot right here because I want to show you one thing. My dash time was 8 hours and 37 minutes. My active time was almost 7 hours. So that's really good. I mean, out of 8.5 hours, I was active for 7 of that. So it was pretty busy for a Thursday. I mean, other than a couple of times, DoorDash wanted to pause me for rejecting an offer for like 10, 15 minutes. But I think it was just so busy that they couldn't pause me for too long because orders were just coming through. And another thing is, too, is I didn't see a lot of dashers out today. Normally I go into restaurants, there's like 3 or 4 people waiting, or you see people in the parking lot. I didn't see nobody today. So maybe that was the reason why I did so well. I mean, I'm not sure. But if you go off what I did for the week, so the week I'm at 363.31. I've worked 24 hours. So that's $15.13 an hour. So not good for the week. I'm hoping having a really good Friday, Saturday, and Sunday will boost that to maybe 17 or 18. We'll see. I don't know if I can get it that high just off 3 days, but I'm going to try. But that's what I have in for the week so far. So, yeah. So that is my Thursday. That's what I have for the week off of 24 worked hours. So we will see what the weekend brings. But until tomorrow, I'll bring you, that daily activity for Friday. Hopefully it'll be busier. And hopefully some of this snow will be melted. I mean, the main streets are good, but a lot of the side streets are still pretty bad. So, hopefully that will melt down again a little bit tomorrow, and it'll make it easier on the side streets. But other than that, that's what I had. I hope you guys have a blessed rest of your night. If you're out there driving or you're out there working, make your money, and peace.